Memorials that should be sitting at the graves of more than a dozen Arkansas veterans were instead stashed away for decades. And a Fox 16 Investigates, our Susan Okori uncovers what's now turning into a cover-up in Clayburn County.
What we're talking about here are footstones, which the VA offers for any veteran free of charge. I found just over a dozen of those markers were left outside a Heber Springs funeral home for years. Once I started asking questions, the American Legion post there got involved, but the commander wouldn't talk to me, saying he wants to fix this without the families affected finding out.
Overgrown by weeds, years of neglect can't hide the signs of service and sacrifice. These memorials don't belong in a parking lot. They should be at the graves of the veterans they honor.
You want to get them where they need to be.
Instead, these footstones have been overlooked for decades, passed by drivers every day in downtown Heber Springs.
We keep them right over here,
tucked off Main Street between a gas station and Olmsted Funeral Home.
It is kind of sad.
It's an upsetting sight that isn't lost on owner and director Warren Olmsted, but he says the responsibility here falls on families.
And then over the years, we've just had some that for whatever reason, nobody had ever come, to take possession of.
He helps with ordering a footstone through the Department of Veterans Affairs. The stone is free. Families only pay him to get it placed at the cemetery.
We usually charge like $25, $30.
This stack happened because Olmsted says he wasn't paid, and he reached out to the families at least twice, but never heard back.
You call and you send a letter, but you don't want to cross the line of, I guess, bothering someone.
He drew the first line 20 years ago when the oldest marker was left here. From there, the pile kept growing to 18 forgotten footstones. Each is engraved with the name of a soldier or airman. Most saw combat and fought in World War II, Korea, or Vietnam.
You can't just dispose of them.
When we spoke, Olmsted made it clear each footstone will make it to the cemetery.
Now it's just a matter of trying to contact the family to get permission to go and do that.
While he says he's not burying what happened, others are trying to keep this hidden. After I started asking questions, the American Legion post in Heber Springs volunteered to place the footstones. During a phone call with Post Commander Ken Walgren, he told me he didn't want to do an interview and, quote, the families do not know anything about this, and that's the way it needs to stay.
I can't tell the local post what to do.
As the state commander of the American Legion, Doyle Beatty says his hands are tied since local posts operate independently, and in this case, no one broke any rules.
The ball gets dropped too often, so many things, and this is one of those things that shouldn't happen, but it does. So I'm sure this is probably something that's going on around the country.
With so much time passing for these veterans, Commander Beatty says there's no easy solution.
Is her family left alive? Is there somebody to contact? It's kind of a complicated process. And does a family even have the last name anymore?
He wants to prevent that by looking at ways local posts can start working with funeral homes so no veteran is overlooked, adding that these footstones are often the only way someone's service is remembered at their grave.
In civilian cemeteries, so many of them don't have military headstones. There's a lot of them that just never got one.
It's now up to the post in Heber Springs, with Olmsted saying he turned over the footstones to them.
We would much rather that they all be out in the cemetery.
Waiting for the day those fallen heroes will get the final honor they've earned.
As of tonight, all of the footstones have been moved from the funeral home. The American Legion post in Heber Springs is now storing them, and the commander told me he plans to place them by the end of the month. Back to you.